Hello, welcome to Live Long in Color. I want to thank everyone for stopping by and viewing my video today. You are greatly appreciated. I also want to say thank you to all my subscribers. I really appreciate that you have subscribed to my channel. I never dreamed that I would get 200 subscribers, so this has been awesome, and I really appreciate all of you. This video today is going to be my what have I done for the month of October 2021. It's the video where I go through all of my completed pages for the month. This month I did a whopping 99 pages. I cannot believe it. Now keep in mind that 30 of them were a book that I completed, and if I take that book out, because they were all relatively simple, I still would have done 69 pages. So yeah, I'm really happy with the amount I did. I had a lot of fun this month. I was surprised at how much fun I had doing Halloween pictures this month. I don't really, not into a big Halloween person, but I really enjoyed this month. I did a total of 19 books. And out of those 19 books, 38 pages were from PDFs and 61 were from the physical books. So that out of the way, I'm not going to show this book in its entirety. This is the one. I have a flip through of my completed book that I did for this. So if you want to see the whole book, I will put a link at the end of excuse me, at the end of this video. But that's Line Spots Dots Halloween by Kira Shersneva, and this is my completed book. Next I have 40 coloring pages by Sun Life Drawing. I did this page. This was done in honor of my 40th wedding anniversary. That was last Sunday. I did it all with, let me see, shuttle art, permanent markers, and then the eyeshadow background. I did it in basically 4 colors. I didn't want to do the whole thing in one color, so I kind of did the leaves and the tree and the grass in separate colors. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that. Then I have 50 Jungle Miniatures by Camelia Anjakova. This one I am trying to finish for the year, before the end of the year. So I did, let me see, how many did I do in that book? I did 7 this month. They were all pretty much done with various markers, alcohol or permanent markers, and I did them with either eyeshadow or chalk backgrounds. I think this one was the chalk background. And then I have this one. Also, I didn't mention that I use glitter gel pens to outline most of the flowers and the leaves. You can see it there. And on this one, I used the Posca pens to outline the water. Also, this one, I didn't write it down, but I think this is eyeshadow background. It looks like eyeshadow. This one I did with a Crayola crayon background, along with highlighting it with gel pen. And I used metallic markers on the lamp. I love this page. This is the little pink elephant page. I also used eyeshadow background for this. Next, I have the Sloth and the Ant. Now, this is one of the few ones. I did this one with the Gold Faber pencils with the chalk background. And we shall ignore the black mango because I messed up and I was trying to blend and I didn't do it well. So I ended up just coloring it black with a black permanent marker. Yeah. If we ignore that, I like the rest of the page. This one I also did with the same with the This one I used, let's see, eyeshadow background and just various markers along with the glitter pens. And then finally I had these two leopards. I didn't use any glitter on this, but I did use eyeshadow background for that. So that was my 50 Jungle Miniatures by Camelia Angelkova. Next is Autumn Inspiration. This one is by George Tufexis. I did 3 pages out of here. I did this one with various permanent markers. I used the ultra fine markers, and I used a bit of the Teo Tree ones for the bird because I didn't have some of the colors, the beige colors. And then this one I did completely with my Brute Fooner pencils. And then finally I did this one with various different permanent markers. I really like how it came out. I did make a few mistakes on this one, which I shall not go into. Some of the colors are not in the right places, but I still like the way it came out. It came out really nice, and it was a lot of fun. Next is Birds and Butterflies by Arpad Olby and Sarah Storino. I did this page. I did it all with Crayola pencils. And then we have Cactus and Succulent Coloring Book by Color Questopia. I did this page. I did it with twistable pencils and permanent marker for the black lines. Next we have Celebrate the Holidays. Whimsy Girls Celebrate the Holidays and Festive Occasions by Hannah Lynn. I did the Halloween page. I did this one with Arteza, and I really love the way these pumpkins came out. They came out so bright and pretty. And then I did this one with the Prismacolors, and I tried to do a little bit of highlighting on the hair. I don't normally do that. I kind of like the way it came out. I think it came out nice. Of these two, my husband liked this one better, and I think I have to agree that I kind of like the pink kitty better. But I did enjoy doing both of them. And then on this one, I did with spree markers, chalk background, and glitter gel pens. And I like it, but I don't like the way that I did these eyes. I think that color is too light. So then I did this next one all with the dark. I like these eyes better. I know this is a monochromatic bit of a color palette, and I asked my husband which one of these he liked better. He liked her better. He said it was more colorful. I think I would have liked her better if I'd have done the eyes better, but I ended up that this one was my favorite of the two, and I really had a lot of fun. So yeah, those are those two. Next, we have Chibi Girls Coloring Book, Volume 3 by April Amber. I did the Tooth Fairy page. I did her with spree markers. And then I did the background with Crayola. I think it was the confetti. I don't remember which one I used, but I think it's the confetti crayons. And a little bit of glitter gel pen around the background. Next is Chibi Girls Grayscale by Jade Summer. I did this one because she reminded me of Oktoberfest. I did her with spree markers. The floor I did with the Mungio Aquarelle. I can't say that very good, pardon me. So it has a little bit of a sheen. I don't know if you can see it. I did not activate it with water. I like everything but the black shoes. I wish I would have done her shoes in a different color, like a brown or something. But other than that, I did use a little bit of the metallics, and I liked it. And then I did this girl here I also did, no, I did this one with Cali Art, Spree, and Copics. A little bit of metallic for the knives. And just a little bit of glitter gel pen on the pumpkin and washi tape for the pictures. So that was that. Next was Cute Cats by Such and Such Diva. I did all of these with crayons. I think this one, yeah, this one was with Twistables. And this one was with just regular crayons. I am going to be doing this whole book with crayons. That's my goal. Next we have Cute and Spooky Coloring Book by Jade Summer. I originally was not going to buy this book. I had bought the Easy Halloween one and I thought that I would just concentrate on that one, but then I saw Pebbles Adult Colorings flip through, and she pretty much did a good job selling me on this book, so I went ahead and got it. I ended up doing 11 pages out of this book, so I had a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it, and I, highly recommend it if you're looking for a book for next Halloween. This one was really cute. I did this bear. I basically cut him down half and half, did this side dark, this side light. And then I also, what did I use? Just various markers. I didn't write down each one, but I did use some glitter gel pen in the background. This one, I used my Shuttle Art permanent markers for it. And the background I did cut in half and do 2 different colors. I used Crayola, the Crayola oil pastels for the background on this. Then this is the other page that I did for my 40th wedding anniversary. I used Spree markers and eyeshadows, I think. Yeah, eyeshadow background for it. So I did her with red hair because I have red hair. So I did her with red hair, and my husband has brown hair, so I did him in brown. And yeah, this is supposed to represent us. So yeah. Then I did this dog page. I found him really cute. I did him with Pen and Gear permanent markers and eyeshadow background. Then we have the Vampire Bear. I did him with Spree markers and an eyeshadow background. I must say, I love using eyeshadow. It's the easiest background I do. I don't like to do fancy backgrounds. I'm not that talented at right now. Maybe if I practice, I could do those different techniques that I see people using. But to me, the eyeshadow is an expensive and an easy way to just lay down a light color in your background if you don't want to do anything really fancy. Then I have this one that I did, the Pumpkin Girl. I did this one with chalk background, various markers and gel pens, and I used metallic for the unicorn. Next I did this Trick or Treat couch. Did it with just various permanent markers and a chalk background on this one. Then we have these snake and skull. I did these with Spree markers, and the background is Afira oil pastels. I really like the way this one came out. I used like I think I used a gray, I don't know, I think it was cool gray on the skull. And then I did the 2 snakes with the same color palette, but I did them opposite. So like his is green here and his is yellow here. And I made the spider gray so it would stand out a little bit. Then we have this one that I did. I did the trailer itself with metallic. I think it was the Pen and Gear metallic. And the background and everything else I did with Spree markers. And then I just used a little bit of glitter gel pen for the stars. And that was it for that. Then I did this one completely with spree markers. Now I think my marker was running out in the background because it's very streaky, but I just left it like that. I still liked it. Then the last one in this book is the Happy Halloween page. I did this with my Shuttle Art permanent markers. This was the first page I did with them. I wanted to test out the markers, so I used all 48 colors in this page. I still like the way it came out. And I didn't write it down, but I think that is eyeshadow background in the back. Okay, that's it for the cute and spooky. Next, we have dazzling patterns. I did this with twistable pencils and a permanent marker for the lines. I really like the way this came out. I like pinks and purples, so this one was really pretty and I liked it. Next, we have the other big book that I did. I did 17 pages out of this one. This is Easy Halloween Coloring Book by Jade Summer. Yeah, I really enjoyed doing this book. I did a lot and I had so much fun. And I really like the way most of the pages came out. I didn't do any shading or anything but it's still, they all came out. Well, I shouldn't say I didn't do any. I did some. So I did this raven. I used eyeshadow background and spree markers. On this one, I used, let's see, what does it say? Yeah, okay. I outlined everything with Sharpies. And then I went and colored it all in with Prismacolor pencils, and I really love the way it came out. I think it came out really nice. And this one I used the Gold Faber pencils to do him, and I used the metallic crayon to do the frame, the picture frame. Then this one is another one that I highlighted it. I just used various permanent markers and did the outline, and then I did the coloring in with Prisma. I did some shading here. If you ignore this leaf, which I don't like, I really love the way that this picture came out. It's one of my favorites that I did for the month. I really like it. Here's another favorite. I don't know why I like this one so much. I colored it with, let's see, what did I use? Spree markers. And then I went over it with the Gold Faber pencils. And then I just used a little bit of glitter gel pens for the stone in his staff. And I really love the way he looks. Oh, and I used confetti crayon for the background. Then I did this Frankenstein here. I used oil pastels, but I didn't write which one. I used oil pastels for the whole picture, and then I used the Color It pencils and went and highlighted here and there. I like the way he came out. I think he came out nice. Then I had this mouse, which I did with the Shuttle Art markers and an eyeshadow background. And this one I did with the confetti crayon background, and the pencils I used were Crayola. And I use Crayola for pictures like this where I kind of wanted to have a washed out look, because this is an old house and I don't want the colors to be very vibrant. And so I use the Crayola because it gives it that good effect of kind of being washed out. Then we have this one. I did this guy twice. This one I did with Pentel oil pastels, and this one was with my Crayola oil pastels. And then I highlighted this one with Prismacolor, and this one with Crayola pencils. Now I must say I like this one a bit better. This one, what I did was I colored all of it with the oil pastels, And then I went back to wipe it off, and it was very hard. It had dried, and it was very hard to get off. This one worked a little better, and I like that the fact that the wolf doesn't look so dark. To me, he looks a bit muddy here, and he looks more vibrant here. Although I will say, I think the blue jeans on this one looks better than the blue jeans on that one. So yeah, that's those two. This one I did when I was testing out my Pentrista oil pastels, and then I just went over it and shadowed a little bit with the Prismacolor pencils. Then I did this creepy doll with pen and gear markers and a Fira oil pastel background. I like the way she came out. I don't like dolls like that, but I did like the way she came out. This one I used various markers, and then I used the Aquarelle pastels that I bought from Mungio to do the background. Here's another one that I really love. This is another one that I highlighted it with various markers, permanent markers, and then I colored it in with Arteza pencils, and I really love the way. This is another favorite of mine for the month. This one I did with I can't see what I used. Prismacolor pencils and the oil pastels in the background. I hate the color that I picked on the oil pastels for these. I just don't like it, but the picture itself is okay. Then this one I used Bic and Sharpies and Crayola oil pastels for the background. And if I had to say, I think it's a little too monochromatic, but I still like it. I still like it. And then finally we had this one. I did him with twistable crayons, and then I went over him with Prismacolor pencils to darken him up a bit. And the background I used eyeshadow. I used a darker one on the bottom and a lighter one on the top. And that's that for Easy Halloween by Jade Summer. Then I have Happy Halloween Color by Number Black Background by Color Questopia. I actually did, let's see, I can't find it. Oh, here it is, 6 pages out of here. So I did this one, and I used Twistables crayons, I think, for this. This one I used Cali Art markers. This one I used crayons to do. It's cute. I like that page. Okay, this ugly page, I don't like this monster that much. I use spree markers. And for this cute dog, I just had to do him. I used twistable pencils, which I don't think is right. I think, no, it's Cali Art. The other one, the next one I did was crystal pencils. This one's Cali Art. I go, that looks like a marker to me. That can't be pencils. No, this is Cali Art. This one I used twistable pencils on. This cute cat and the girl with the creepy eyes. That's that for Happy Halloween by Color Questopia. Then I have Magnificent Mandalas from Creative Mandala. I did this owl page with various glitter gel pens. The same thing with this one. I used various glitter gel pens, and then I used eyeshadow background. And then what I did is I took the eyeshadow background and just went over the whole mandala, and so that the middle and everything would come out a little bit yellow. And then this one, I didn't do any kind of background, and I used Color It colored pencils for that. Next is Secret Village Halloween. I did this page. I did it with Magic Fly. I'm not really happy with it. It's not one of my favorite pages of the month, but it was still fun. Secret Village Gnomes. I did him with Color A colored pencils. I like him a little bit better than I did the witch. And this one was Secret Village Autumn. I did this completely with spree markers, and then I used a little bit of Posca pens to put the stars in the sky. I like it. And then last but not least, believe it or not, I colored some more within World Within Worlds by, let's see if I get it straight. I apologize if I'm crooked. I'm always crooked. By Kirby Rosanas. The first one I did is these 2 pages. I did this one. I used Prismacolor. I did the same for both of these pages. This one, I used Prismacolor and the chalk background. I was going to go back and highlight these in gel pen, and I didn't do it. I might still have to go back and do that. And I pretty much followed the color palette a little bit of this. I took the inspiration. I did it autumn colors. And then I took this one and did the same color palette pretty much for the house and the turtle. And I used the same exact chalk that I used for this one for this background. So yeah, I like the way both of those came out. And then I have this one I did this one with Brute Funer pencils, and I used chalk background for this, and I really like the way that one came out. And then next, let's see what's on the back. I did the stag pages, this 2-page spread for the stags. I used on that Brute Funer pencils. I did this one. I did him a bit like reddish brown with a blue castle. And then I did this one with more of a goldish yellow color for the stag, and then a purple castle. And I must say that I love the way these both came out. I was pretty happy with it. Did the leaves and everything in fall, since it's fall. And then finally, that's not it, this one. Now let me explain this one. I bought this book used on eBay, and I had emailed the person and asked them if it had been colored in before, and they said no. So I went ahead and got it, and for the most part it's in beautiful condition, except this page was partially colored. And so what I did was I went over everything that was colored again with colored pencils, but a lot of this was the color palette that they chose. Like this, they had highlighted it in pink, but they hadn't really colored it. So what I used is I used Prismacolor pencils, and I took the 3 neon ones and I did the orange, the pink, and the yellow neon, and I went over this, and then I did the background with eyeshadow, and I did it kind of to mimic this in here. And this person, whoever it was, had highlighted a bit in marker, but I didn't do that for anything else. I just basically went over and colored everything again. And then on this, I used a bit of white gel pen to put the water, the little waves. So I really like the way it came out at the end. I mean, I know I didn't do it 100%, but I did go over everything myself. Like these grapes were colored, but these grapes weren't. And I kind of tried to match the color palette that had already been started. So overall, I really like it. I really enjoy. I have been surprisingly enjoying this book way more than I thought I would when I bought it. I pretty much bought it because I love the pictures, and I thought, oh well, if I don't ever color in it, it'll be nice, and I'll just admire the pictures from time to time. But Honestly, I probably won't color every picture in here, but there's a couple of more that I might do in the future. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. So that is it for the completed pages for the month of October. Can you believe it's October is gone already? Yeah. I want to thank everybody for sticking by me through this really long video. I really appreciate it. I hope you all have a great upcoming week. I'll see you next Sunday. Live long in color, and bye-bye.